Adolescents, especially high school years like you guys right now, certainly experiences a transitional period towards the maturity process. In this emotional development, there's a possibility that you, as a teenager, will question your value and purpose in life. If you have found yourself questioning your value, your path in life, or the answer to the question, who am I, you may be struggling with an identity crisis. Good morning, I'm Clara Felicia, a student from Bina Nusantara University, majoring in marketing communication. I want to thank all of you, students from St. Christopher II High School, for taking your time after school to listen to my speech. It is an honor to be presenting this speech to you today. The importance of this speech is to educate you about the importance of being aware to identity crisis since now and how to deal with it. Within my speech today, we're going to explore three things. First, what identity crisis is and what are the signs. Second, how identity crisis occur, and finally, how to cope with them. Okay, first, let's start with the definition. An identity crisis is a developmental event in which a person begins to question their sense of self or their role in the world. Erik Erikson, a developmental psychologist, believed that one of the most important conflicts that people face was the formation of their identity. Identity crisis is also defined as a period of intense analysis and exploration of various ways of viewing oneself. Erikson observed that developing a sense of identity is important during the adolescence years, though identity formation and growth are not limited to adolescence. Instead, people's identities shift and change throughout their lives as they face new challenges and encounter new experiences. As a result, an identity crisis can strike at any age. To prevent that, we have to know and recognize the signs of identity crisis itself, that includes questioning your character, questioning traits that influence your self-perception, experiencing anxiety or unrest, changing your values or preference frequently to match your surroundings or relationships, difficulty answering personal questions, and difficulty trusting your ability to make decisions. And this is caused by several common factors, such as traumatic events, losses, or relationship changes. These causes can affect how you function on a basic level. They may even be a shock, impacting your perspective of yourself as well as your thoughts on your occupation, relationship, values, and interests. While any age can have identity crisis, a study conducted in 2015 proven that teenagers tend to be most prone. They found that 37% of teens were struggling with their identity, and 95% of teens report that they have felt inferior at some point in their lives. Adolescents are also less familiar with coping techniques for traumatic event losses and relationship changes, which increase their risk of stress and anxiety. While the development of self-worth is critical for adolescents as they embark on the journey of self-discovery, people at any stage of life are vulnerable to an identity crisis. So, to avoid this from happening, there are several ways that you can do to cope with identity crisis. The first one is acknowledge and accept your feelings. Seek to identify and comprehend your feelings about your identity before acknowledging and accepting them. Tell yourself that it is okay to feel the way you do, and give yourself the same grace as you would a friend. Second, explore your beliefs and interests. When you're questioning your sense of self, it can be helpful to look inward and consider that what you're passionate about. Asking questions and exploring new hobbies and interests can be a helpful way to get to know yourself better. Third, consider your goals, and finally, get support. Having friends and family to lean on can help. Strong social support is an important part of mental well-being and can also be a way to gain the feedback and encouragement you need to feel comfortable with your identity. So, all in all, identity crisis begins when a person questions their sense of self or their social role. Although identity crisis can be experienced at any age, teenagers tend to be most prone. So you have to be more aware from now on by knowing and recognizing signs of identity crisis. And if you are experiencing it, try to overcome it by the tips that I've shared to you, because this is for your future success and also your mental health. Thank you for your attention and have a nice day.
Gotta find my way to you, even though you're next to